All right, guys. Sorry I'm a little bit late there. I was still queuing up the YouTube rendezvous up at Freezer Bound. My computer is going a little bit slow tonight, so not sure what's going on. It's probably doing a background check, but I see Nature Wild Playgrounds in the house. We got Geo Outdoors. We got Jeremy Albritton. It's showing 4 in the house. Let me get this thing going here. Of course, we will be talking with Blakely Trapping Supply once he gets in here. We got Delbert Hunting. We got Dark 30 Outdoors, Scab 78. And I'm here just finishing up dinner. So don't, if I don't say much, he's feeding his face. He doesn't have time to be punching on them keys. MC3 Outdoors, how you doing? Guys, one thing I don't have an update on everybody that's scrolling down across the bottom here. You know the drill. Make sure. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? Uh, Pondum's in the house. He brought some sweet tea. You can have it all. I'll make sure I leave it all for you. We got Rob's Outdoors. Um, so YouTube creator rendezvous up Freezer Bound Outdoors in Clarion, Pennsylvania. That will be the weekend May 20th through the 22nd. So anybody near wants to come to that, get a hold of GO Outdoors, of course, Freezer Bound Outdoors, or myself. And 50 Trappers in here. We got Amanda's in here. How's everybody doing tonight? Survival LT just saw he just posted a video about 5 minutes ago. Guys, go check that out. I think it said electric bike or something like that. Jeep fam, are you headed down? Are you headed down for that weekend? Grace Martin in the house. Set on signs in here, guys. Getting ready for their opener over there in Illinois. For turkey, that is. Yes, sir. You'll be there. That'll be awesome. It'll be great to meet you, for sure. It'll be a great time. All right, Coyote Whacker, he's in here. He says, "Hello, everyone." He can't talk at work. He said he'll see you when he gets out. So hopefully we'll still be going live. We get Blakely's Trapping. He gets in here. We'll there he is. How's everything going? We got 20 in the house. I know everybody's been chomping at the bit for this showcase. So we'll be bringing Blakely up. I'm going to talk a little bit about my my fur sales that I did just Saturday, yesterday. Um, not so great, not so bad, I guess. Backlash Fisherman, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. 20 in the house, guys. Please share this out. We'll get Blakely up here quite directly. I was trying to set up a random alarm in the next 2 hours. I couldn't get it figured out, but I thought we would draw for next week's showcase. I figured we'd just do it randomly throughout this live, and so we'll probably do it a little bit earlier than we did last week. Hopefully, we'll have some channels, some new channels in here, some channels that have been trying to get showcased. $1 million in muskrat. Yeah, and then I woke up and then I had to drive about 50 miles to get there. But yeah, in my dreams, $1 million. Ottercat in the house. How you doing this evening? Backlash Fisherman's getting close to that 600 mark. How's Pondy doing? Everybody's asking. He's sharing out Blakely's channel. So, like I said, I did not get everybody's where they're updated at. I do know that Judith and Dan, last I saw, they were at 811. But we got Tom Kellich last week was at 731. City Sticker Chris 707. As he's coming in saying hello, folks. We have Coastal Fever TV at 572. Bluegrass Trapping was 751. Owls Outdoors 576. We got Jeremy Albritton at 574. Parabellum Fishing was 319. We had Bayou Buck at 85. Yeah, Blakely's gonna. You gonna be coming up here on panel, Blakely? Old Pondy found out you got to watch where you're sticking your fingers. There's Mark J. Larson's coming in the house. So we got 22 in here. Before I bring Blakely up here, okay, you'll come in. Let me go over basically the fur sale. So I went up. It was actually Groenwalds that I sold to again this year, and as we got up there, there was a gentleman there that had been talking to him through text messaging and let us know basically. There's Anti in the house. Good evening. How you doing, brother? They let us know that they would not be purchasing coyotes. They would not purchase any raccoon, no possums. And what surprised me was no mink as well. I thought they were going to actually be buying all water critters. So I had taken my mink up and they did not buy them. I took one of my fox up and he told me that it wasn't this fox, is the other one that was hanging here, but now I have my Monica Arts picture or painting up there. But the fox that was here is the one that I took to sell, and he said might as well take it home because he could only give me $1 for it. So I brought it home. A friend of mine would like it, so I'm going to tan it and give it to him. So muskrats. So my muskrats, I sold 16 of them. And my best muskrat, he gave me $3. I had 2 muskrats that were very small muskrats. He gave me $1 a piece. And then the other 13, he gave me $2. So where last year, my muskrats, I sold, my best was $5.50. And then I only sold 4 last year. The other 3 were $4. So definitely did not go well for the muskrat that I was hoping. Then I sold my beaver. I sold 12. Now this is the thing that kind of concerned me was so I knew I had some adult beaver. I remember, guys, I caught one that was 63 pounds, one that was 55 pounds. And then I caught a handful that were right in that 40-pound range. And then I had a couple of them around the 20 pounds, some kits. Yeah, Pondy, it wasn't, yeah, getting to the point, it isn't worth it. So they separated my beaver into small and large. I figured there would maybe be a medium there, but he gave me $2 for 6 small beaver, and then he had 6 large, and he gave me $8 for it. So he kind of split it right down the middle. I got $8 for the large, and I got $2 for the smalls. And then the castor, he was buying it for $65 a pound, and I had a little bit over a pound. However, I took some of it to make my own lure that I'm going to try next year. Try my luck at catching a beaver on my own lure. So I had 0.8, which was just around like 13 and a half ounces, I believe it was. So about $52 on the caster. So I walked away with 143 bucks. I had to drive 50 miles, took right around a little over 5 gallons of gas. So it was right around 23 bucks there. So I come away with about $120. And it's a good thing I don't do it for the money. I do it for the love of it. So there it is. I'm going to bring Blakely up here. We'll talk trapping, guys. He's going to send Vinny and Louie around. The beaver lure worked great. I hope so. I have it written. It's written down somewhere in this book. I'm going to go a variation of that. So Blakely, I just put that StreamYard in there. Yep, he's already got it.
Should be good.
How you doing?
Doing good.
So I'm going to try and see how we do this week. I know I was having real bad echoing last week.
Yeah.
I have a little bit. I try to set it up a little bit differently. However, what I'm finding is this webcam has a microphone on it.
Yeah.
Then I'm getting a microphone from the actual laptop as well. So we'll see how it goes this week. If I have to, I'll just I think I can go through my settings and I'll just turn off this webcam and hopefully that'll help.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's going good. Been some crazy weather, but
crazy weather.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of wind.
A lot of wind. Gotcha. I'm gonna try. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, I can see those. I can see the ones that you pull up.
Can you see just the ones I pull up, or can you see the actual chat as well?
Hold on.
I just want to make sure. I'm gonna try to keep up with that.
Oh yeah, I can pull up the chat, but it takes over my whole phone to where I can't see anything else. But yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So of course we got 24 people in here. Real quick, I know
someone says there's an echo.
You got an echo?
Well, somebody commented saying echo.
You guys are getting an echo from me? I'm not hearing it like I did last week.
See, I don't hear an echo, but that's just me.
All right, so Geo says echoes. Anybody else hearing an echo? We got Edwards Family Farmstead in here. Scab doesn't have an echo either. Jeremy Albritton asking how everybody's doing. Edwards can hear fine. JB looks like he did the other day.
Yeah. Everybody else is saying no echo. So
okay, that's good. So I probably not until we hit some of these videos. Real quick, just go over Blakely's Trapping Supply. Of course, his channel, guys, 526 as far as supporters. He does have 148 videos, right around 39,000 views. 19 of those videos have come in the last 30 days. You do a lot of lives.
Yeah, I usually do about 3 a week, sometimes 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends on what I got going on.
Gotcha. So they're just saying you're a lot louder, which is crazy because usually I'm the one that's the loudest.
Yeah.
No echo. So the other thing, so on your channel, I mean, you got an array of a lot of things. Of course, you have a business as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of your videos, you got some shorts on there showing like different types of traps.
Yeah.
product reviews, cooking. We're going to get back to that. Making sets, trapping equipment. And then, of course, you got your videos that you're out trapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I know pretty much, hopefully, everybody that isn't in this or that doesn't have you that's in this chat will go over and check your channel out. There's Ramsey Country coming in.
Yeah.
And of course, we want to talk a little bit about, of course, your business and stuff like that. And hopefully, some people will get over there and maybe buy some trapping equipment off of you. So I guess the first thing I wanted to talk about is maybe people don't know this about you, but you were a cook.
Yeah.
And so you actually have spices and seasonings that you make up.
Yeah, I have 2 barbecue rubs that I have right now, and I actually just finished a hot sauce that I just posted on my website today.
Just today, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see the hot sauce. That's
I just finished them.
There you go. What's it called?
Blakely's Mexican style hot sauce.
Okay. So you say it's like very hot? Just hot?
It's not super hot, but if you like to eat jalapenos on the regular, you'll probably like it. If not, then you probably won't like it. Is the way I'd like to say, I guess.
Okay.
If you've ever had Valentina hot sauce, it's about double of that as far as spice goes.
Okay. I'm more like a red Frank's Red Hot, that kind of deal. But, my son, he likes the hot stuff.
See, I'm not a huge vinegar fan.
Gotcha. There's Boxy Arnold. That's my dad. He's in the house.
Yeah, Jeep Fam can't have tomatoes.
Jeep Fam?
Yeah, he's allergic to tomatoes.
Okay, okay.
But I'm working on a mango one right now, so.
A mango. Interesting. So is that something that you've always been kind of interested in, is spices and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked to cook, but then I got a job when I was 18 as a dishwasher, and I kind of just worked really hard and kind of worked my way into the kitchen, and then basically was the manager of the place for a long time. So yeah, it was something I always liked. I love cooking. I cooked for a corporate business, so I didn't like that aspect of it, but I love cooking.
So now did you what kind of cooking do you like? Do you like the barbecue cooking, grill cooking? So I actually worked in a restaurant. I was actually a manager of one there for a while. And my favorite is actually breakfast cooking. But I know everybody has their own like what they like or prefer to cook. Is there one that you do? Or?
I love cooking on the grill just because you can. Oh, that didn't work. Just because you can kind of take your time and make it exactly how you want it. As far as when I was a cook, most of it was like fast-paced cooking. So a lot of it was like on the flat top or skillets or something like that. Because I was like a lot of the cooking I did was out on the line and like in front of customers, almost like hibachi style. But we would run like 8 skillets at a time, cooking 8 like entrees at one time. And then a lot of times I worked the flat top where, I'd be cooking, for 15 people at one time. It was all kinds of different things.
Yeah, that sounds a little intense. I don't know if I could have done something like that, but I did cook on flat grills and stuff like that. We got Tina Ladybug coming in the house. We got Bull Daniels in here. Judith and Dan Davis, they want to get a Blackstone flat top.
No Civet Musk.
Deer Slayer's in here. A lot of people saying that they're subbing to you, so that's good. Please, guys, make sure we share Blakely's trapping supply out. Of course, all you guys that are in here that are trappers, I'm sure hopefully you've already heard of them. Hopefully you take an opportunity to check his business out and maybe order from them. I do want to say I've ordered several times off you now, and everything's worked out fairly well.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, when we go over some product reviews here, I'm gonna whip out some of the stuff that I got for the kids giveaway that I got off of you.
Yeah.
So I saw Edward's family said that they've planted, or they're going to be getting some habaneros. They're going to be growing that in the garden this year.
Yeah, I wanted a garden, but I just had a feeling my dog would destroy it. So.
Yeah, we had my wife had a little wiener dog, Dachshund, and he would come up to the door, and there he'd have one time he had a squash, one time he had a cucumber, and it's like he would not let them things go either.
Yeah.
And, so he enjoyed it just as well.
We have our outside dog is a Great Dane boxer mix. Well, okay. My mom had tomato plants last year, and every time a tomato would pop up, she'd go eat it. So she had 5 tomato plants, and she would just eat all the tomatoes all day long.
Yeah. Tina Ladybug, are you at least out of the hospital? You are feeling much better. That's great to hear. 50 Trapper says, Blakely, do you go to the New York Trappers Convention?
I'm hoping possibly in the next couple of years I can, but it's so far away for me. I mean, I'm in Southwest Missouri, so New York's 18, 20-hour drive. So it's a little far for us right now.
Mm-hmm. So I see in Arkansas, Trappers in the house. Bull Daniels says he's got 100 green peppers started. Nature's Wild Playground wants to know if you need a food license to sell that on your thing.
No, it's all based on like what states you use, but nothing that I have is like I'm cooking prepared to serve to people.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I was to cook something and sell it, yeah, I would have to have a license for that.
You'd have to have a license for that.
For like the seasonings and stuff, no.
That makes total sense. So just real quick here, I'll just keep us on the screen, but I do have one of your seasonings on here. As always, be prepared for me to click buttons and possibly lose myself off the stream. You might have to go solo. But
you're good. I've done that before. We tried this out on Jeep Fam's YouTube, and yeah, I was solo for about 10 minutes. I've been doing the little clips, videos of my baits.
All right, you guys are going to have to let me know if there is a
kind of success we've had on them. And, people can kind of.
There's an echo there. Internet veteran.
For them and whatnot.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, fellas.
But this time, instead of doing
really appreciate that.
I want to do some of my
and as you guys all know,
so this is
there's Blakely up there with his seasoning.
This is great for
but
chicken, red meat, whatever you're doing.
I got some stuff for the kids that we're going to be putting in the giveaway. We'll be talking about and showing here in a little bit. And that's what I do with the monies that I get in on Super Chats. I try to put it back and try to give to the kids.
Loving it. So it also works really good on fries and stuff. We use it on fries all the time. And then for people that don't like heat, we also have a sweet barbecue rub. Again, it works really good for, chicken or, pork butt, beef, whatever you want to use it for, vegetables, fries. My favorite way to use it is I'll take my chicken breasts, I'll let them thaw out, and then I'll throw a bunch of the seasoning in there, whether it's, the spicy or the sweet one. And
J-Dub's in the house.
Barbecue sauce in there, and I'll stir it up and let it sit for a couple hours, and then I'll throw it on the grill, and it comes out amazing every time. So, these are really awesome seasonings. I've had a lot of people message me and tell me that they were actually kind of surprised at how good they were. The $5 a piece. You can get them on my website. Again, I really like them. Most of you, I think, know by now I used to be a chef, and this is
that's where I heard that you were a chef.
Like rubs that I used to make when we had our barbecue days. So I figured I'd just make them and see how other people like them. And, you know, so far I've had a lot of people that's messaged me saying they love them. So if you guys want to try them out, you can go to our website and get some for yourself. Again, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, and thanks for watching.
So there you go, guys. Let me stop that right there. We'll get that off there. Set on sign. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, what I'll probably want to do is I'm trying to buy some lures and maybe some wires for them to attach. Not sure if you guys know, Trapper J actually donated 1 dozen Duke #2 dogless. Come through Jamie's Blakely's Trapping Supply, and Blakely's Trapping Supply also then donated 1 dozen 1.5s, and so then I bought the dog proofs. So we have 12 giveaways that we're going to do this year for the kids, and they're going to each get one of those traps. And so now I'm trying to get stuff to go with those traps. Maybe some raccoon lures. Got some of that already. We'll show you those here in a little bit. And then maybe get some number 11 wire or whatever to help them maybe attach some of these traps so the critters don't get away when they catch them.
Yeah.
Off the hooks in the house. How you doing this evening? Try and catch up a little bit on this on the chat here. I see we got J-Dubs in the house. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Geo Outdoors, Internet Veteran, Judith and Dan Davis. We got Pondums in here. He's picked himself up from the dust, and he is like 90 years old. So
yeah,
old Pondy.
That's good. Keep on going.
Yeah. So, what actually what got you into trapping?
Originally, I've always been a big hunter, and my whole life that's mainly what my hobby was hunting. And I'd always wanted to have like an outdoor store. So in 2018, I made the decision that I wanted to open up an outdoor store that would be for, you know, a hunting and fishing store. Well, I opened it August of 2018, and by about November, I decided that I wanted to get in some trapping supplies. And I started doing that. Well, I had never really trapped at that point. Well, one of my brother's friends was a trapper from around here, and he had kind of showed my brother how to do it. So me and my brother actually trapped that year, and I learned a lot that year. But that's really when I got into selling trapping supplies.
Okay.
I didn't know a whole lot about, you know, trapping at that point, so I didn't really have a lot to offer. But come the summer of 2019, about 95% of my sales were online, and I didn't really do anything out the store. So I had made the decision to close the store in 2019 and just go online. Well, I did that for a couple years, and then January of 21 last year, I started the Blakely's Trapping Supplies and went strictly to the trapping supply part of it. That's basically how I got into all that.
Believe me, that was my next question: is how you got into the trapping supplies. So
yeah.
So couple things I saw in here. Arkansas Trapper. I will get a hold of you hopefully after this, if not maybe tomorrow. So Kyle from Dark 30 Outdoors wants to know about how far are you from Trapper J?
About 5 hours.
About 5 hours.
Yeah, because he's on the very northwest corner, and I'm on the very southwest corner.
Okay. So so making lures, and this is going to kind of get us right into one of the next video product highlights that you have on your channel. So I notice a lot of the stuff that you do. You make lures.
Hmm.
Now, are you going to make baits in the future? Do you want to get into bait making, or are you just going to stick with like lure making?
I have two baits right now that I do.
Okay, you do have two baits. Okay.
Yeah, and those were the two baits were actually the first thing that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the two baits and the Highway 90 Roadkill lure were the first three things that I did when I started.
So, what are the name of what's the name of your baits?
Predator Blues was
Predator Blues.
uh,
Okay.
was the very first one that I worked on, and then
Hmm.
the Deadly Highway 71 was my
Okay.
second one.
So I do know. Let me see. I got it written down here. I saw the video of. Yep. So there's. I knew my computer's been going slow, and I just got a pop up that it just finished doing the background check. Um, I see somebody just caught some morels. They said some morel mushrooms. So Trapper Jay actually did the old tongue punch of your the sweet beaver.
Oh
So
yeah.
I guess you made it out of, as a lure maker if he's tongue punching your your lures.
Yeah, that live was a very crazy night because that was the night that he was live until about 6:05 in the morning.
Yeah, okay, that was that live.
Yeah,
I
that was
knew I
that
had
long
missed
night.
it. That live, yeah, that was like crazy live too. I of course was sleeping through the whole thing, so I want
Yeah,
to thank Edward's family for saying smash that like button. I saw Jeep fam as well. Um, please share this out. Please share Blakely's trapping supplies out, guys. Um, if any of you guys have the link to their Jamie's actual store, um, please make sure you guys post that as well. Um, Steve from Wyoming's in the house. Bo Daniels saying it's going to take a couple more weeks for the morels to pop up here in Pennsylvania. We actually woke up this morning to a little bit of snow, so it's kind of as
yeah,
soon as
we
we
had
get that warm weather there, they'll pop.
we had a few flurries about 3 days ago. And
Yeah,
that's about it. We've been having some crazy wind though.
yep. Bo
And we're
Daniels
supposed
had
to
some snow this morning as well.
we're
Of
supposed to
course,
get some severe thunderstorms again tomorrow. So
okay. Yeah, we got Bo Daniels is a little bit north of me, probably about I'm going to say 45 miles maybe. Um,
yeah.
so we got Parabellum Fishing in here saying good evening, trapper friends. Nice to have you in here. Mark J. Larson's in the house. We got Off the Hook Outdoors. You guys didn't see he went live yesterday. He was out there catching some trout.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pop up this product that you have here, and then I'm gonna show a little bit. Um,
Uh-huh.
let's see here. This is the raccoon syrup that you
Oh
have,
yeah. Yeah.
Alright guys, so it's
and
time to
I
do
got
a
8 of them.
product video of one of my baits and lures. So this time I'm going to have video is going to be on my coon syrups.
hey there, Monica, how you doing?
These are my coon syrups.
Monica said hello, Blakely.
These come in a 2
Hello.
ounce bottle, and they also come in an 8 ounce bottle. Now these are very
Marco.
universal lures. You can use
I
them for basically anything.
uh,
All of them work for raccoon. Some of them you can use deer hunting.
gold
Some you can use
chasers.
for hog hunting. Some you can use for fishing, whatever. There's a few you could even use for like kayak sets and stuff like that. So I have 8 different scents or flavors, however you want to say it. At the moment, we're probably going to be doing some more later on. But we have cherry, and cherry has been really good on raccoons,
Mm-hmm.
and does good on muskrats too. We got Smoke right here that does really good on raccoons. This one you can also use on like your urine sets for coyotes and stuff like that. We'll have the Honest here. This is really good on raccoons also. You can also use this one for fishing.
Yeah, Nature's Wild.
Fishing lures and stuff.
My computer's a little bit slow.
Persimmon. This one's really good for raccoons, deer hunting.
Yeah,
You can use this one also for hogs and stuff. Any of the sweet ones like cherry, persimmon, apple, any of those will do good on hogs. You can probably also use a few of them for like bear hunting and stuff. We have sweet corn, which you can use for raccoon, deer, hog, stuff like that. We have fish here. So the fish would do real good for raccoons. You can even use it for otter and stuff like that. We have green apple. This is another good one for raccoons and deer, hog, whatever you want to use it for.
There's Blakely's website there. Edwards
Peanut
Family
butter one, I've
Farmstead
actually
Share.
done really well on this one.
I appreciate
I
it.
used it in the persimmon
Persimmons.
mostly this year, and I caught lots of raccoons with it. It does really well. Again, these are very versatile. You can use for many different things. From raccoons and muskrats to bear, deer, hog, whatever we use them for. And they all do come in 8-ounce bottles as well. So, I'd highly recommend getting this. They're super versatile. You can use them really for anything. So, and we've actually, our dog got sick one time and she wouldn't eat anything, and we gave her some dog food. And I mixed some of this persimmon coon syrup in her food, and she ate it. Well, she wasn't wanting to eat anything until I did that. So, again, like I said, these are phenomenal for many things. I've had lots of customers that have had a ton of success with these. As well as myself, I've done really well with them. So, I would definitely try these. They do really well. Definitely help you on your line. When I'm doing raccoons, I just use the cheapest dog food that I can find, and I'll just put a little bit of this on top, and that's it. It really does not take very much at all. I mean, just a small little squirt and you're done. So this bottle right here will last you a long time if you use it correctly. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope this video helps people and gives out information. I hope all my videos help you. I hope you guys enjoy these type of videos. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Stop that here. So the persimmons, Ottercat saying it works great for gray fox. I saw Judith and Dan said they feel that would work great for coyote as well. You did mention that it is versatile, that you can use it for multiple species and stuff. And then, of course, here. So guys, I actually bought some lures off of Blakely, and you got them taped up, but I can smell the anise. So I picked the anise oil, which I actually I have this that I use this year, and it worked great. I actually got it in what we'll be talking about here in a little bit. I got it in a package that I got off of you.
Yeah.
I also bought the persimmons, and then this is the one that I thought was it was interesting to me. Is the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured for sure these three here, I think those kids are going to have great results with. I've always liked the anise, the licorice smell. I've always, when I made my my baits with for my coon cuffs, I used to actually just put a little bit of anise oil in there and then just mix it up in in the container that I took out there, and so it just had that smell and that aroma coming out of there.
Yeah. The anise is definitely something you can use for just about anything.
Scab says to be careful. If I say it two more times, General Talk is going to show up.
They're still calling them that?
Yeah. The peanut butter Judith Dance's peanut butter one sounds good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
use,
so-
as far as coon syrups, the peanut butter is the one I used mostly on my line this year, and I killed a lot of them. Of course, I didn't even, like, I said I didn't really target coons that much this year. I just kind of set for them because they were there. And I ended up with 32 raccoons this season. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I use it just on the one farm. It was actually where my daughter and my future son-in-law live. They have a farm. It's a working farm, and so they wanted to get rid of some of the raccoon. Believe it or not, I caught just as many possums on their farm as well. And there's nothing like after catching a few possum and a few raccoon, you come around the corner and there's a bunch of turkey out in the field, just kind of saying thank you to you.
Yeah.
VA Trapping Outdoors in the house. But I do know, like I said, I had the anise smelling one, and I just put it right on the, just kind of like on the lip. I also use a golf ball that I set on top. If I have the golf ball on there, I just put it right on top of the golf ball.
Yeah.
What I've been trying to do is get away from putting it on the golf ball, because what I've noticed is a lot of times they'll take that golf ball and then I can't find the golf ball, and I think it's because they take it.
Yeah.
Because it has the actual scent on it.
Raccoons love to play with stuff.
Yeah. So VA Trapping Outdoors is in the house. Everybody's saying hello.
How is everybody? Say most everybody kind of found me through you and Trapper J.
Nice.
I think I met a few in Iowa Trappers lives, but
Iowa's Trappers. Yeah.
I think most of them was Trapper J.
Yeah, and that's the first time I did not realize, and it was actually you mentioned it in this video. Before I talk about that, I do want to talk. Parabellum Fishing made the comment. He likes the anise on his fishing plastics.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that is very good for your fishing plastics.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I think they think it's an egg, and so I started using like the orange and fluorescent green. I tried to use a couple of those so they wouldn't think it was an egg, but and then I go and I put the scent on it. We set DPs on property in an attempt to keep the raccoons out of the coyote sets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and I catch most of my skunks in DPs.
Okay, you catch your skunks in the DPs as well.
Most of them.
So what I was going to mention is that cherry flavor. It was Iowa Trapper that I saw when he went and did his muskrat run that he was doing. He was using a cherry scented lure, and then you mentioned, of course, in your video that the muskrats like that cherry.
Yeah.
And so I'm definitely going to be trying some of that. I tried to make the lure for my muskrat and the minks. I used toothpaste, peppermint oil, and then I got that. It was called corn coat. It has the apple flavor to it or smell. That you mix in with like corn and stuff for the deer, and it worked okay, but always looking for something else to throw at them.
Yeah. Well, that's I have a lure, Trapper's Potion. It's a very minty, got a very minty smell to it, and it does good on muskrats as well. 18
Dad says he found 18 golf balls out by his line towards the end of the season. He's gonna see them next year. It was kind of funny. I actually went out shed hunting. I think it's probably 2 years ago now, and I was out down by the middle of the swamp, and I found a couple of golf balls. I didn't find a shed to save my life, but I found a bunch of golf balls. The only thing I could think was somebody was, setting DPs on the little creek system that kind of goes into the swamp.
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of golf balls that float very well, and we've had a lot of golf balls wash up on our land from the creeks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, but yeah. Trying to read all these comments, but all right, go outdoors.
Hey,
Thanks
Greg,
for
have
stopping
a good
in.
one. You have to let me know if you get out on that lake this week. If you play hooky and you go out on the lake. Ramsey Country still in the house. Should try the cherry stuff from Big Time then.
From Big Time.
Yeah, I think as we said, Big Time. Going a little bit quick for me.
Never heard of Big Time. PA, Brandon can be
Like, asking Ramsey when his next shoot is. PA Trapping Outdoors says, Blakely, I bought a gallon of glycerin today, grinding up some bait earlier beaver meat. Okay.
Awesome. Like I've told you before, PA, just add the glycerin in slowly. Don't dump a whole bunch in, because you can always add more, but you can't take it out.
Right. Yeah, very good tip. I don't know if I'm going to get into the baits. I tried to make baits with some. I had some old ground deer meat that got lost in the back of my freezer, and so instead of just throwing it out, I let it sit out for a couple of days, and I used canning salt. I didn't have any of the I think it's called bentonite or something like that.
Sodium benzoate.
Yeah, that there. So I did that, and I mixed it with a thing of canned dog food. Is what I did, just to kind of get a smell. And I caught some raccoon on it.
Yeah, it works. The one thing I definitely learned making baits and lures is to got to be very picky on what the weather is outside before I start making them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've messed a few up due to weather.
Yeah, I could imagine. Ramsey said he's in and out. Of course, he's at work. Big surprise. Worked 13 of 15 days on a 7 to 8 day in a row. So
that don't sound like much fun.
I've been myself and the other supervisor. We've been splitting the Friday. So I had this Friday off. I worked the Friday before, so I'll probably have to work next Friday, and then we're actually both scheduled for the following Friday. But yeah, work always seems to get in the way of fun. So he's saying, can you add too much?
Basically, it all depends on what kind of consistency you want. Because I mean, if you're wanting it to be real soupy, then you can make it that way. But if you're wanting to be like a thick paste bait, you really want to be careful of how much you add, because from being a paste bait to a soupy bait, there's not a whole lot of wiggle room in between those.
Right. So he added 2 cups of sodium benzoate for 2 gallons of ground beaver.
Yeah. 2 gallons, yeah, that should be about right.
Yeah, Ramsey. Well, we work 10 hours, but I got to be there about half hour before everyone else, and I'm there about a half hour after, if not an hour. So I'm pushing usually 12 hours myself.
Yeah. Don't want it, yeah, you don't want it too thin.
Mark thinks it might be a little bit too much sodium benzoate. I was kind of thinking 2 cups was an awful lot, but of course I don't make bait, so.
So I'm off the top of my head, I can't really. Trying to think. 2 gallons. Because 2 cups is that's a pint. I think that's close to about right. Because you can't add too much sodium benzoate because it has no smell to it.
Right. And
It's
you
not
definitely
like
don't-
salt.
you definitely don't want to not have enough, because then it won't stop it from fermenting.
Yeah, and if you don't have enough, you'll end up getting a lot of gases in whatever container you put it in, and you can cause your containers to blow up because I've had a few baits, being a supply business, I've ordered a few baits where the containers come in real swollen, and that's because there's been too much gas built up inside that container.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can get them where the lids pop off.
Yeah, I hear you. After Five's listening, he's packing up for another trip. That sounds like some fun. Ramsey Country says Big Tine is a deer feed, but they make a cherry topper for corn and stuff that goes on super strong smell.
Mhm.
After Five, thank you, sir. Really appreciate the super chat. Always grateful. I am going to be, like I said, I'm still looking for some more lures and some something to attach. I'll probably just get like some number 11 wire or something like that.
Yeah. As far as deer feed, I think I have heard of Big Tine, but when they said it, I was thinking of a trapping thing, and I couldn't think of it. But yeah, I've seen a feed, Big Tine feed, at our local farm store.
Right. Sodium benzoate is the preservative. Glycerin is just the antifreeze.
Yeah. Neither one of them really have any odor to them. It's not like salt. If you're getting the salt, you can definitely add too much salt because salt will attract like your deer and stuff like that, and then you're gonna have a lot of deer stepping in your traps.
So here's a question from Michael English. Ever try Old Charlie Stink catfish bait? It's waterproof and it stinks. small water charters coming in. That would be interesting. I could imagine it would catch something.
Yeah, I've heard of people using catfish bait before as a lure for coyotes and stuff.
Mark J. Larson's absolutely brother. I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely get something to put in the giveaways that's up at the rendezvous, and hopefully when you're there, so then you can see the smiles on their face when they win the giveaway.
Yeah.
Salt attracts margarita. We got Lindy and John in the house. Saying hello to everybody. Hunt Ready's in the house. How you doing? Steve from Wyoming.
So if anybody's got any questions for me, feel free to ask them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell anybody.
Definitely ask away what's going on for kids. As far as at the when the meetup is, it's right there down at the bottom. It's scrolling. It's May 20th, 21st, and 22nd. We're hopping along right now. Backwoods Barbarian in the house. What's going on for the kids? We do some giveaways for the kids, as well as I know, I think they're having like fishing challenges and stuff like that. Everybody's saying hi to Lindia.
So Boxy, do you do a lot of fishing?
I would say no, not to the average fisherman. I
Yeah.
just do it when I have some free time. I should go out fishing more often.
Yeah.
But I enjoy just going a couple times trout fishing. I'll get out there a couple times walleye fishing. And the last couple of years, I've went out with Geo Outdoors.
Yeah.
So in 2020, I had my nephew had passed away, and that following weekend, I just wanted to get out and do something, and him and I went fishing. So now every year that weekend, him and I are going to get together and just go bass fishing. And I actually did really good that first year. I haven't done so well the last year. So hopefully this year I can catch some internet veteran. Add this to the kids giveaway fund. I appreciate that, sir, and we'll certainly do that. We should definitely be able to get some good stuff in these packages for them. They're already, trust me, the packages already. We got those 3 traps. I think I have the stuff right here. Show this real quick. Like I said,
Hunt Ready wants to know what is that free time that you're speaking of?
the what?
The free time that you're speaking of.
Free
You said
time.
you go fishing when you got free time.
Yeah, right. Believe it or not, every once in a while, if I'm not just kind of hanging out and instead of being on the computer, I do try to get out there and try to catch some fish. We know I don't do as well fishing as I do other things, but yeah. So Trapper Jay, like I said, guys, he gave a dozen of these Duke number 2 dogless. Blakely then also matched that, and he gave a dozen 1.5s. And then, of course, I always buy a dozen traps to give away. And I used to give 3 traps away. So it was like I only gave 4 away a year. So I got the Duke dog proofs through Blakely as well. And so we're going to give them 1 of each. So I can give 12 giveaways. I already did 2 of them already with the with Jakey Crack Outdoors and stuff. But then they also going to get this little booklet that I made. Of course, there's a raccoon that I caught. I don't know if you can see that. I see there's a reflection. Just a nice little booklet here. Kind of just goes over a lot of things. Goes over basically everything from the ethics of trapping all the way through fur handling. It shows some sets, some things like that. Then, like I said, I got some lures. I think I'm going to try to get some Trapper Jay coon candy if he still has some of that. And then, like I said, I'll try to get some attachments. So maybe even some baits now with all the donations from tonight. So that's kind of the giveaway.
I know Trapper Jay just donated a bunch of his raccoon candy to a kids event in Nebraska.
I seen that. That's why I said I'm hoping he might have a couple bottles still left. If not, I know you have 8 different lure smells or scents, and so we'll hook up with some more of them. That's cool. Son went trapping for the first time this year with Derek.
It's awesome.
Must be talking about Mark's beard. Ride the Devil's scooter today. You guys don't know Small Water Charters. Those guys have been hammering the crappie. I've seen them also out. They always hammer the bass. We know that. What's Backwoods Barbarian doing? Oh, he retracted.
So I sent out my first donation this year. I believe it was to Tennessee for a bunch of baits and lures for a kids event.
Yeah.
I can't even really remember where they were from.
It's nice seeing that. Okay, you have a premiere after my live. Okay, I'll have to stop by. So, guys, if you hear that after my live, check out Small Water Charters. Are doing a premiere. That'd be awesome. So one thing I want to talk about is this mystery box. I kind of alluded to it. I didn't want to really say it because I figured we'd be talking about it, and I wanted to have an opportunity. We got 29 in the house to talk a little bit about this mystery box. The fishing people, they have their mystery boxes. I know the archery industry has it. Dunlap 2423 in the house. You're the first that I've seen. I don't think any other ones do this. It's kind of cool. The mystery trapping box. I
Yeah.
know Trapper J and I know Scab actually did a unboxing of that.
Hmm.
I kind of wish I would have done that. I bought one. I think it was in January, but I got the one with the drags that you make. I think it was a Bridger #2, and then I got the dog proof, which
Yeah, the FB2.
yeah, the FB2, which is actually what I actually run. That's what I was running was the FB2. I think it's a good trap. I like the bladed
Yeah.
versus the single pull in there. To each their own, I guess. But
Yeah.
talk a little bit. I mean, was that where you kind of got the idea? And how's it been going for you?
Well, it's been doing pretty good. It's not grown as much as I would have liked to by now. But basically, my whole thought was to it was I always seen people that were wanting to try things that either they couldn't afford or didn't want to buy, or there's 100 different bait and lure makers, and people can't get around to trying them all, or different tools that they might not have ever tried. So my thought was to kind of come up with a box to where people would get random whatever every month that they could try, whether it's a trap that they never had, or a tool, or a bait, a lure, or even last month, I had a book in every one of them. So
yeah, that was pretty interesting. I saw Trapper J when he did his he got that book in there and stuff.
yeah,
I ended up opting instead of getting the mystery box. I bought myself as you guys might not know a good friend and I can't wait to meet him at the rendezvous. That I don't know if he. Well, I'm going to just say it. So Mark J. Larson's was kind enough to send me a dozen #2 Duke Douglas for my personal use on my line, and I'm very gracious for that. And so I decided we're going to get as many traps out this year to try and get that first coyote. So I went and I bought another dozen off of you, and of course I got the lures for the kids as well. And so we're gonna have triple the amount of traps this year. So
it's never
now,
a bad thing.
yeah, now the work begins. I gotta try to find. I want to try to find some private land.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I'm very appreciative. I know there's a lot of people. Chip wild about being outdoors. He actually finished his season up early. He went on a cruise, so he actually had a bunch of opened baits. He packaged them all up and sent them to me and says, "This is what I use. This is how I set them." He said, "Good luck," So very appreciative of everybody, and we come real close again this year, like literally real close.
Yeah, I did that with. I had somebody asking me what one of my baits and lures is best, and they didn't really have the money to buy any, so my season was over, so I went out to my trapping bag and packed everything up and just sent them everything that I had in my bag. Said, just try them out and tell me what you like.
Yeah. Yep. That's that's the thing too. I think it's just what is that? I think you gotta. I really think it's number one. You gotta have the animals in your area. You gotta be set on location. You gotta be close to where they're at, and then the smell just keeps them there a little bit longer. So hopefully they step on your trap.
Yeah.
I know there's more of you guys out there that are better at explaining all that, and of course catching them than I am. There's Evie in the house, Northern Light Goats in the house. So, how much is the Duke Dogless now? I think they were 128 when I purchased them.
Yeah, they're still 128. And this is what I try to tell everybody. If you can get a hold of me by email or Facebook or anything like that, I can make a lot better deal on Duke traps than I can off my website.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you message me, I can make you a deal and I can do free shipping.
Okay.
I don't have a way to offer the free shipping on my website. I tried it once, but basically, if they choose a Duke trap that has free shipping, it made their whole cart free shipping. Well, I couldn't do that. So I
Right.
tell everybody if you can get a hold of me by email, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, however, just send me a message and I can get you a better deal on any Duke traps.
That would be cool. That'd be cool. And Nate, that'd be awesome. I'll have every trapper here in Pennsylvania trying to catch foxy coyote. But these traps, I mean, for the price, they got the base plate, they got the here. They, I don't know if you guys know, they are 4-coiled.
Mm-hmm.
They're a pretty stop trap.
Yeah, and what I try to tell people, I've noticed a lot of people that don't like the Duke traps. They don't like the Duke traps from like the 80s and 90s. But I try to explain to people, the traps that Duke's making now are nothing like they were 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Between their Pro Series, their Dogless, I mean, their traps are so much better quality than they were back then. Because even myself, I have some Duke number 2s that are old, and I don't use them because I hate them so much. But all these newer ones that I have, they're awesome. I mean, I prefer them over Bridgers any day, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That Bridger Dogless that I got from you, in the mystery tackle box, and I do want to comment. It is Ramsey Country had asked. It's not a subscription; it's just a monthly purchase. You go on the website, purchase it. It's $60.
Actually, there is a subscription option on my website. If you're on the main page, if you scroll down, there's an option to sign up for a subscription. And if you do that, the shipping is actually cheaper on that, and you can cancel it at any time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we know Nate is not a Duke lover. He likes his, I believe it's K9 Extremes, I believe is what he likes.
Yeah, I have not yet got to try them, but I'm definitely going to get some. I've met Kendall many times and become friends with him, and I've heard a lot of good things about him, so I'm going to be getting me some this year to try out.
Mm-hmm.
The Duke 650s, those are the ones that I've really started to love.
Yeah, I saw you were using those. John says, "Does Duke number 2 make anyone else laugh?" I knew it would make you laugh, John. That's for sure. Nate love him some Duke traps. I got 4-coil kits for his old number 3s, MB 750s. So what you got to watch a lot, and so like the K9 Extremes here in Pennsylvania, for us to use those, I hear that what they have to do is they have to actually grind off a 1/16 of an inch on the outside of the jaws, because here in Pennsylvania, I believe it's 6.5 outside spread. So
yeah,
K9 Juniors, absolutely best trap you can buy. Yeah, I know everybody's going to have their, that's the old Ford, Chevy, Dodge,
Say, like I tell everybody, there's traps are just like baits and lures. Everybody's got their favorite, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. Just keep on using
it. Yeah, Mark J. Larson's caught 7 traps in the same 550 and 5 yotes in a 650.
Yeah, and like I'll say, when it comes to like the 550 and the 650 on the Dukes, for the price difference, I mean, night and day price difference. It's that's why I tell people if you're ordering like 2 dozen, if you go Dukes, you can almost get your second dozen free
Mm-hmm.
compared to some of your other ones.
Bonnie says Nate is rich. He's got the beefcake money.
That and see, like Duke, one of the things that I do love Duke. The reason why I do is the things that Bill Duke does. I mean, he sponsors some of the smaller guys on YouTube. You'll see him go out to people's places and hang out, and you won't see any of the other people do the things that he does. The support that he shows the trapping industry compared to most other people that are in the same business, they don't do that.
Right. Yeah. So Derek Russell's in the house. David Hamilton in the house. Hunt Ready said, well, kind of, but the K9s are 100% built stronger. I tell you what, those. So Jakey Crack Outdoors, he actually gave me to try. He gave me 4 traps. He gave me a Bridger number 2 dogless. He gave me a Duke number 2 dogless. He gave me a Duke 550, and he gave me an MB 550. And so I would say Bridger number 2, Duke number 2, they were both dogless. I didn't see any difference with it. However, the Bridgers, for some reason, when I push the levers down, you got to watch because for some reason they want to catch down at the bottom, like they catch. But as far as the Duke 550 and the MB 550, I didn't really see anything different. I'm sure there is a manufacturing, their one's probably built better than the other, whatever. But they headed the same. The Duke actually had a bigger pan on it.
Yeah, the Dukes have a lot bigger pans.
Jamie Little Farmstead coming in the house. How you doing this evening? How's the farmstead going? I saw some baby rabbits. Yeah, I think I think all traps will catch. We could probably, like you said, we could sit here and discuss all the pros and cons every one of them. But
yeah,
Derek's saying the same thing. You got to grind the jaws.
So what's your foothold size restrictions there?
I want to say without having it in front of me, I believe it is 6.5 outside spread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, Ohio's got some pretty rough laws too.
Yeah.
I know, like a number 2 trap, they have to put laminations on them in order for them to be legal.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to check too. I think with these Duke dogless that I have, I think I might try to laminate them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to laminate them. I'm going to buy the stuff to laminate them. I'm going to take them to work. I'm going to go back to my maintenance department. I'm going to say, hey, while you guys are just sitting here,
yeah,
roll these things up.
Yeah, so I'm going to put some laminations on mine. And yeah, the Bridgers, I have a dozen of the number 2 Bridger modified dogless, and every single one of them I had the same problem. They caught real bad, and I had to take the front 2 coils off because they were 4 coil, because they caught so bad you couldn't set them. So I took the front 2 coils off, and now you can set them, but you really have to work with them because it's like the trap is tweaked, and you have to push the levers over the eye of the jaws to get them to go down. They're not very smooth.
Right.
It's almost like they got in a hurry making them, and something's not right.
Yeah, and I see. Nate said that he actually won a giveaway off a Bonehead trap. It's Bonehead trapping, and he's having that same issue. So yeah, I could get the K9 Extremes and do an inside laminate, but I would still have to grind off the outside, because they're actually a little bit. They're about a 16th too much because it is PA Trapping did confirm it is 6.5 outside spread.
What about the K9 Extreme Junior?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked the size on that. If it would be under 6.5 on outside spread, then we won't have to do it.
because the K9 Extreme Junior is basically a number 2, as the Extreme is a number 3.
Okay. Internet says he doesn't like the Bridger number 2 fully modified, but the Bridger number 3 fully modified is epic.
My Bridger number 2s, I'm going to be selling them and replacing them because they're too much of a hassle.
Yeah. So I didn't bring that video. I didn't pull that video up, but I do know you had a Bridger that kept wanting to go off on you, and you finally just said, yes, let's go back in the ground.
Yeah, that was that number 3. I think that was the first one of the year.
Yeah. Okay. So a K9 Junior is a number 2. So that probably would fit 5.5. 5.5. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be 5.5 outside spread. So that would definitely be within.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if the Bridger number 3, I think I use that actually for my beaver trap. Was a Bridger number 3. I wish I didn't get the offset, but when the very first time I had a guy ask me, hey, can you catch a beaver? I said, I don't know, never tried it. So I went down to a local shop and I said, hey, I need something to catch a beaver. And he gave me a Bridger number 3 offset. And he gave me like a 10-foot length of cable. He gave me a stake and he said, just tie this other end to a cement block, throw it out, put the stake down, and set the trap. And then they gave me some, I think it was timber from Cavens. And
Yeah.
I did that up, walked away, come back the next day, and there's a 55-pound beaver. I was like, this might be
awesome.
a little bit easier than I thought. Well,
It's funny because I've had a lot of people here recently telling me that they don't like the Bridger conibear traps either.
yeah. So
I had somebody telling me that they don't always go off like they should.
yeah. So this year I bought 2 Bridger conibears. I have 2 Duke conibears, and
Are they 330s?
They are 330s. Sorry. And the Bridgers, when you put them on the very last latch, I noticed they come together so close that you can't put like a stick down through like the jaws kind of to hold them there. I noticed that. And yes, I did get that from Paul's Trapping Supply there, PA Trapping. But I caught beaver in both this year, both the Duke, and I've caught them in the Bridger. And I mean, it went off. I don't know how well it went. I mean, but it did its job.
I believe PA and Scab were the ones telling me they were having problems with the Bridgers.
Okay. Yeah. I'd probably next, if I buy any more, I'll probably just go with the Duke 330s.
And the Duke 330s are, I mean, they're pretty cheap, especially compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah. And for what I do, see, to me that's well, I'm not going to pay twice as much for a trap just because it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like the RBGs, I think they're great traps, but they're like $340 for a dozen 330s.
Okay.
That's more than $100 more than Duke. That's just crazy.
Yeah. So Internet Veteran says he's hooked on the Belials. The safeties alone make it worth it.
I've heard a million people tell me that the safeties on a Belial are awesome.
So the Bridgers, never used the Bridger 330, but have caught a lot of beaver in the Duke 330s. Bridgers and Dukes, same. So what I did notice was the actual safeties. So the Duke has actually just like a round hook kind of safety, and the Bridgers are kind of flat. and they're kind of wider. What I did notice was the bridgers were harder to kind of hook. Once you squeeze that down to try to hook that, because of it being like more of a flat stock. Didn't really care for that, to be honest, but I mean, it worked.
Well, I mean, you're trying to hook a flat piece of metal on a curved piece of metal, so
yeah,
it don't work very well.
Yeah. I left one safety on one of my bridgers, had to miss my fault, but I'll bet a Duke with one spring might have held it. Yeah, I don't know about that. Straighten them up, brother. They'll listen and obey.
A finger.
Yeah. And the good thing about bridges, it's easier to get my fingers out of them. Absolutely no love for the Victor. Ottercat's questioning. Bo Daniels ain't scared. He doesn't use safeties. So I used actually the safeties on it until I set it in place. I don't, and I probably should, but I don't have the safety where it kind of hooks over the jaws. So if it does go off, it would stop it.
One thing I do know about Victor right now is just about every one of their Conibears is out of stock.
Oh, wow.
So, not sure if they're stopping or what's going on, but yeah, I checked it the other day, and they have like 13 different sizes, I think, or no, I think it was 11 different sizes, and 7 of them were out of stock.
All right, Baptist Barbarian, appreciate you being in here. He's got to go hang up some drywall.
Fun.
Hey, hanging the drywall is not the problem. It's finishing the drywall that I can't stand.
Yeah.
So many people are saying thing, but what you can afford and buy as big as you can set legally. Any trap will catch fur. Some just need more tuning and work. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. If you're young and you don't have a lot of money, and you got to go with what you can afford. If it gets you out there, that's the start.
Yeah, it's have you heard of Wolf Creek traps?
Wolf Creek, I've heard of them. Yes.
So their traps are, I mean, cheap, but they need a ton of work out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can get a dozen number 2s for like $75, but they need a ton of work when you get them.
Yeah. So Mike English, that's so the Bridger, when I did the bank then set that swivel stick. The Duke, I didn't have a problem with it, but what I noticed on the Bridgers was I couldn't set it on the first notch. I had to set it on the very last notch, so I could get a stick down in between there, or I could have used a skinnier stick, I guess. That's what I just found. I found out I could have been doing it wrong. Who knows?
Scab said part of the problem is the newer trappers want to buy traps that are ready out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
My argument to this, because I hear it all the time, people like to call the newer trappers lazy because they like stuff already ready.
Mm-hmm.
When I can buy a trap that's ready to set out of the box, I can just take it out of the box and put it in the ground. Or buy a trap that I need to do something to before I set it, and there's only like a $15 difference in a dozen. I'm just going to buy what's ready to go. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I mean, you can buy a dozen Duke 550s for $160.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's about the best deal you're going to find.
Right.
I mean, you get a dozen Duke number 2s ready to go, dogless, for $128.
Right.
I mean, that's about the cheapest you're going to get.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I was kind of him-hawing around if I was going to buy a dozen of the Duke 550s, which I was thinking about doing. But then when I got the other dozen of the number 2s, I was like, I want to run the same. I just wanted to run the same trap.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the simple sheer fact, I think bedding the trap, I'll get used to the size, the size of the bed in that trap. But
Same.
those Duke 550s, Jakey Crack let me borrow one, and I tell you what, those are some sweet traps. I thought,
Mm.
but I've been
Um,
using Duke 1 3/4, and
yeah.
so everything's an
And see,
upgrade.
my favorite trap that I've used is the new number 3 Alpha,
Hmm.
but they are super expensive. They're $280 for a dozen.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
little pricey. We
yeah,
got
and
Wayne Lazar's in the house, brother from up north. How you doing? He's on his way back from recovering from his little stint. Glad to see he's out of the hospital and hopefully got everything straightened around. And good to have you in here, brother. So Pondums asked, well, he didn't ask. He says, I bet Blakely drinks sweet tea. Um, so Pondums, and of course many others, I drink unsweetened tea.
I mean, to me, I think unsweet tea is like dirty water.
Okay, so yeah, swamp water, that's what they all say. Let me see here. I just missed
Right now, I'm drinking lemonade.
lemonade. I'm drinking water right now, but I usually drink unsweetened tea. I once turned a Duke 220 upside down. Both safeties fell off. I accidentally sprung it on my hand. I chose wallet pain with Bilal over hand pain with others. Got you
They
there.
they sell Conibear safeties for like $5.
Yeah, so this is another thing too. The cookie cutters, betting the number 2 dog fits great with not much effort. Um, I'm actually thinking about looking into that as well. I was going to get them. They actually have a cookie cutter for the 175 as well.
Mhm.
And I seen a lot of people coffee outdoors. Those guys they catch fur all the time. They use a Duke 175. Um, you guys all probably know from Trapping Time, Robbie Gilbert. That's actually who I first started watching when my kids wanted to go trapping and I got into it. I was like, I don't know the first thing about it. I started watching him and Duke 175, and he doesn't night latch or nothing. He does a little bit of work. I think he changes the chain out or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so everybody, of course, is agreeing with you with the dirty water. So
I know a few people that don't that drink unsweet tea, and that's a very, very few people.
I know. I have Anti has my back on this. I know that for a fact. And any of you guys that are coming to the rendezvous up there at Freezer Bounds, you will know the first thing I do when I get out of the truck, I go out and I set my old bottle down. I throw the tea bags in, and we start making sweet tea, or not sweet tea.
Uh-huh.
Make
See,
unsweetened
you
tea.
said it. You said it.
Yeah, I did. Bill Duke Consulting, super cheap because his stuff is made offshore. Seen a bunch of jobs lost to China as a tool maker.
There's a lot of people that have stuff made overseas too, and they don't sell it cheaper.
China thing is,
And a lot of the American companies use China-made parts.
yeah, that's
They
what
just
I was going to
assemble
get
it in
at.
the United States.
It is tough when you start talking like that. Scab's telling Dwayne, you better get your fur sold. Hopefully, you guys get better prices for those yoke dogs up there than what we're getting down here. Um,
Yeah, my fur prices this year weren't the greatest, and I ship all my stuff off, so I didn't make much of anything.
mhm. Yeah, a lot of trappers use nothing but the 175 Dukes. Nature's Wild. How do you get a number 5 off of someone's fingers when you don't have the upper body to take it off?
Step on it.
Yeah, I was
Step on
going
the
to
levers.
use your feet. All right, Evie. Take it easy. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Not a big yoke fan. Fur is worth $5, and I missed that one. And
Evie won one of my seasonings in the Trapper J giveaway on the live
nice.
about a month ago.
Different dog. You're absolutely right, Dwayne. They are different dogs. Yes, Pondums is absolutely right. One of the greatest channels out there. It is Dwayne Lazar, Triple Nickel Trapper. Um, I don't have your shirt on tonight, Dwayne, but I did have my Triple Nickel Trapper T-shirt on last week when I was doing Judith and Dan's. So here's
I've never heard of BT Trapper.
Yeah, BT Trapper was around there for a while. I haven't seen him in a long time. So here's something that I'd like to maybe talk a little bit about before I do the drawing and stuff. I'll catch coyotes and bury them. Yeah, you know what? And that's the thing. We might not be getting the fur prices down here in the States, but BT changed his channel name. But we still got to do our part in keeping the predators in check, and these nest robbing critters, like the raccoon and the possums and stuff like that. If we're gonna make a difference in the turkey population, here in Pennsylvania, in my part of the state, you don't ever see a ruffed grouse anymore. Very few ringnecks. Unless they're stocked. And I truly believe it's because of there's not as many raccoon hunters or trappers out there.
Well, and one of the things that irritates me the most about people that say they don't trap anymore because fur prices ain't good or it's not worth trapping anymore. To me, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, because I've never heard of anybody saying that they quit hunting because they weren't making money from it. Or they quit fishing because they weren't making money from it. I mean, are people going to quit picking morels because they don't make money doing it? Like, I mean, you can't go at something just because of the money.
Brian,
I mean, as long as I've been alive, there's never been money in fur.
Good night, brother Dwayne. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. We got John. He's coming back. Dwayne's headed out. Coyotes kill deer, raccoons, possum kill game birds. Absolutely.
I got 17 coyotes this year, and that's way more than I was. My goal was 10.
Yeah, Internet Veteran says it best. Trapping, #1 is about wildlife management. #2 is preserving our heritage, and #3 is everything else.
Pretty much.
Is mentioning the Fisher as well. They introduced that to Northwest Pennsylvania. They brought some Fishers in. We got a bunch of them in here now. I trap because I like to skin stuff, Brian says. Everybody's saying, see you, Lazar. Take care of yourself, bud. Remember, keep moving forward. We got Live More Outdoors coming in. Just got done FaceTiming my kid late to the show. That's awesome to hear, though. You got FaceTime with your trapping is definitely necessary to keep predator numbers in check. So one thing I want to talk about, and maybe I should do the drawings first. Let's do that. Let's do the drawing for the showcase, and then we'll finish up. I want to talk about a video that I saw, and I know there's quite a few of you in the chat that actually commented on that video. So real quick, anybody that's in here that is under 1K that wants to be showcased, I am going to showcase next week, the week of the 24th. I will be taking that week, that Sunday off, and then we'll hopefully get back to it the following week. Small water charters, did you win? You win all the time, brother. So anybody that wants their channel showcased, just I don't know, put showcase or put me in, put something in the comment section below. Please make sure 12 videos at least. If you're under 18, I can't have you up on panel unless I get confirmation with your a parent. Have them come up on the panel and at least.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm not 18 yet.
So I got Jeep Fam right here.
Jeep Fam is one of my good friends.
We got Scab.
Scab
Put
too.
me in, coach.
Put me in.
Edwards family. Absolutely. I got you written down here from last week somewhere. Yep, Edwards fam. Set on sign. I should have yours here somewhere. Set on sign. PA Trapping. Nature's Wild Playground. What about PA Trapping Outdoors? You want in? Nature's Wild Playground. So far, I got 2, 4. I got 5.
Got 5.
Wore my boxy shirt last night when we were out. So, wore my shirt again. Is that when you guys limited out? They caught 32 or something like that? Maybe that shirt does have some luck if you guys caught a bunch of fish again. I don't want it. Don't like going live. I can still showcase your channel without you being live. I could bring somebody. Yeah, it's going to be a trapping channel, so I could bring somebody else up. Even we could talk, and we could talk about your channel. I can still showcase without bringing you up here. Before StreamYard, I was doing it.
So somebody told me
I am Scab, so I don't. It's because I'm lazy and I don't want to rewrite them every Sunday, especially when a bunch of you guys are in here.
So I've never really used StreamYard before. Somebody told me that you only have so many free hours a month before you have to pay for it.
Yeah, 20 free hours. So of course I don't go live. I only go live for 2 hours. You know, basically at most 5 Sundays a month. Mm-hmm. So you know, I'm looking at, you know, I only use about 10 hours. So I don't get close to it, but you can buy, you know, the upgrade. Jeremy Albritton, you want showcased? Deer Slayer, you want to be showcased? I'm going to do it right now. I'll be back in 14 minutes. Why I missed the next draw I'm going to draw right now. So Deer Slayer, stay in here. I'm going to do it right now. Put PA in. Don't listen to him.
How many do you have in there? He's
in there. I got 2, 4, 6, 7 in there now.
And how many are you drawing?
I'm going to do one. I draw until the end. Last man standing. So Jeremy Albritton, you want me to showcase you, bud? You're going to be out there crappie fishing. Scab is definitely in here. Coyote Whacker must be home from work. Freezer Bound Outdoors in the house. All right, Jeremy's in there. Okay, guys. Last chance.
Last chance.
Run in. Anybody? 1K or under? Okay, here we go. Remember, it's last man standing.
Trapper Jay wanted to know why you never showcase him.
Yeah. So, hey, what he didn't tell you guys was I think I am the only channel that has ever rated Trapper Jay's live.
Yeah.
So if you're listening there, Trapper Jay, in the background, remember, I might not have got you before you get to 1K, but I did raid you. And again, Jeep Fam says, put me in twice. I'll pull your name twice. Uh-oh. Okay, first one out. I don't know if you guys can see that. I know it's not focusing in. Edwards Family Farmstead. The guys, go check them out. They got some videos up. They're going to be doing some videos of gardening and stuff. Nate always does good on the trapping stuff as well. Jeremy.
Jeep Fam says it's rigged.
Nature's Wild Playground. We'll try her again next week. Well, you watch if he wins. All right, PA Trapping Outdoors. You get out of it for one more week. But we will be showcasing this year. Believe me, he caught some beaver this year, so he's got some videos out there. Okay, guys, here's the next one out. Set on sign. I'm really hoping we get to check out Set on sign here quickly, because if you guys remember, he won and gave it up to Justin and Jen. Amanda's back in here, Pondy. Welcome back, Amanda. Next one out. Here's another one. Another fan favorite. Scab 76. Got 3 still left.
The Hat Band Blessing.
It's rigged. Jeep Fam. Maybe next time.
Hey, Jeep Fam got in the top 10.
Yeah, he got in the top 10. He's down to the last 3. So we got 2 left. Here we go. We got Jeremy Allbritton. Should be Jeremy Allbritton, and it should be Deerslayer. And Jeremy Allbritton is out. That should leave the last one in my hat. And that would be Deerslayer.
Awesome.
Jeep Fam knew it. He knew it. So Deerslayer, not sure if you are under 18, and I believe you are.
Yeah,
So
he
if you
is.
want to come up on panel, if you can get me on either Facebook or Instagram and direct message me, I'd like to talk to a parent. So on Instagram, it's boxy.outdoors. And then on Facebook, it's easiest just to go to, you can do either Boxy Outdoors or Todd Arnold, and it's TOD Arnold. Yeah, so Jeremy Allbritton was the first loser, right? If you go in reverse order. So real quick, guys, YouTube Rendezvous, right down there, it's going across the bottom right now, is in Clarion at Freezer Bound Outdoors, May 20th, 21st, 22nd. There is a video on their channel. Please go check it out. Just turned 18 like 30 seconds ago. But definitely Deerslayer, if I can get in contact with your parent or whatever, it's just to protect me from YouTube. If I have that confirmation, they come up on panel with you and just say, it's okay for you to showcase my child while he's up on panel. And then they can step down, get away, just so it protects me, and that I'm not putting out, of course, putting a child out on YouTube. So that being said, okay, you'll get a hold of me. That's awesome. Your tent, Freezer Bound saying it's her tent for the rendezvous. It's Boxy Dirty Water Outdoors. Hey, there's going to be some dirty water being made up there at Freezer Bound. And any one of you guys can try it without sugar, that is. No homeless, what's that? No homeless guy from the corner store. Yeah. Running out of time to get us monetized by May 9th, so y'all can shave my beard live at the rendezvous. We might just hold you down and shave it anyhow. What do you think? So the last thing I want to talk about, so Deerslayer is going to be who we're going to check out next week. And then, of course, next week I will be, we'll do the drawing for not the 24th, it'd be the week after that.
Mm-hmm.
Why make it? Just dip it out of the pond. Yeah. If you guys didn't watch that, when I went clamming out there in New Jersey, Mike from M&K Outdoors, he ended up pouring it out. So the last thing I want to talk about, and I figure this will probably take the last 15 minutes that we have on here, is the video that Edward Snyder posted from Kansas Trap Line Products. As you guys know, he put a video out that says promoting our fur, and I kind of wanted to maybe get your perspective on his thoughts. I shared it out like crazy. Everybody that saw me sharing it out on Facebook was probably like, "Geez, oh man," because every time I shared it to a different platform or to a different channel,
Yeah.
it showed that I shared it. um, what what's your thoughts on his idea with the 30 I think it's 35 cents per 100
Yeah.
in fur sales.
I think it's a good idea. I do think that it's something that would take whoever actually goes into it a ton of work and a lot of prep. And again, you'd have to have people that you trusted to go into it. But I do think that it would be a good idea in a way to, for a little bit, to help out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, I do think it's a good idea, but I think the hardest part would be getting people committed to do it.
Right.
People that you could trust, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's what he said. 35 cents for every $100.
And it is crappy and it's creek. um,
But then again, and another thought of mine with the fur prices they are now,
mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to be a ton of money because I don't think a lot of people even got $100 check this year.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking about that. So I got $143. So it'd be 35 cents plus a few half cents, maybe
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
So it would have been, but the way he does the math, so he's talking, if it was something that was put in place that, so I myself wouldn't submit that money. What it would be is
Mhm.
like I sold to Grownwald. So Grownwald
Yeah.
then would say, okay, so instead of the 143,
Mhm.
it would be calculated out of that 143. So I wouldn't even
Yeah.
get. I would have got 35 cents less than that.
Yeah.
And no, John, I'm not going to do the math right off the top of my head because we know boxing math doesn't add up right. But yeah, so Scab 341 for him. Most of that was all otter, but so 341. So 300. So that'd be 3 times 35 cents. So you're just around $1 there. But he's talking about these big fur industries that So when you sell fur, so he used, I think, coyote. They sold 22,000 coyotes at one sale. So you
Mhm.
take 22 times the 35 cents, and it's like $1,000 and some dollars.
Yeah.
So yeah, the boxing math does require some shoe removal. But I think if something was put in place like that, but I think there is the concern of getting someone that's reputable that would be held accountable. And I think it definitely had, whether it be like fur harvesters or something like that, like he was mentioning.
Mhm.
But I definitely think he was on the right track. And my opinion is, I literally got $143. I'm not in it to make money.
Yeah.
So why not give a portion of that money? I mean, what I missed that, I mean, that 35 cents means more to me if it goes into a fund that is going to be able to fight for legislation, to fight those states that are actually trying to get it to where you can't sell
Mhm.
furs in their state, in their counties.
Yeah.
They'll just pass that price right back to you. Small Water Charters sharing out some links. Thank you, sir. Real time catfishing in, saying hello.
I think one of my big concerns about it would be the way that prices have been and the way that so many people have just quit buying coyotes or whatever this year.
Right.
I think the amount of money that you could accumulate this year compared to even 2 years ago would be a huge difference. So you're kind of banking on the fur market to continue being at least somewhat decent to be able to keep this fund going.
Right. And yeah, Livermore. So, yeah, and he's not advocating not to join your trappers association and
Mhm.
stuff. But a lot of your trappers associations, that goes into your state or your local, helping there, but it's not helping promote the fur industry.
Yeah.
Another thing that kind of got interesting. When he was explaining to, I believe it was him that was explaining that with the way this regime that is kind of in control of our country right now,
Mhm.
they're trying to go green and they're trying to take out the oil,
Mhm.
which eventually is going to kind of ripple down effect because your imitation fur is made up of certain things that are not green.
Yeah.
So hopefully at some point it would come full circle because of furs being a natural, renewable resource.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they might kind of make it to where, furs would be needed in the fact that imitation fur would no longer be able to be, or would be harder, I guess,
Yeah.
to generate.
And I think another one of the biggest problems right now is as far as our fur value, we're almost dependent on other countries to buy our fur. And if they don't, we're just kind of, our fur's useless because um, there's not really anything going on in the United States that uses fur other than beaver and, a few things like that.
Right.
So I think the biggest thing would be trying to find a way for the fur industry to have a use in the United States rather than being dependent on China or Russia or whoever to buy our fur from us,
Mm-hmm. So,
especially with everything that's been going on the last couple of years.
yeah. So, um, oh, Blakely just went off. I hope I didn't do that. No, I know I didn't do that. Blakely, I'll put that back in the thing if you don't have it. But there is the link to get back up here. So, Justin, Jen, how you doing? So, for those of you in the chat here that don't know what I'm talking about, and I saw someone ask who posted that. His name is Edward Snyder. I believe that's what you would punch in to go to his channel, but he's the Kansas Trapping Products. And he posted this video about 2 weeks ago, and it says promoting our fur. So I'm not gonna do it justice, but I do believe we got to get people aware of what's going on, what we're doing. We have a state association sale every year as well. He talks about that, about still supporting your associations, your state and your local, and even the NTA. But
Yeah.
he explains a little bit more of I think he called it the pig tax or something to that fact.
Yeah.
And he gives you guys a great idea. So I'm gonna just suggest, and I wanted to just share it out. I wanted to talk about it. Anybody, yeah, pigs and cows are delicious, right? And so the pig farmers were having a situation where they weren't selling their product, and so they come up with this tax or whatever, and they put into that, and they raised all this money, and of course then they were able to promote. So that's one thing. How much fur promotion do you see out there? That you see? Do you see commercials talking about furs and about the benefits of furs? And that's what he's talking about is you'd be able to run commercials. You can promote the fur. There's money there to make, try to pass legislations. But I suggest everybody to try to check that out tonight. I actually shared it on my community tab as well. I shared it on Facebook and a lot of my trapping groups that I'm in. And I think if everybody just listens to that, I think he's on to something. I don't know to what extent, if it will make it. I know it was either Hunt Ready or Hunt, what is it? Fish Hunt Trap Repeat. One of them is an actual financial person. And I know they made a comment. Hunt Ready's in here. So was that you, Hunt Ready, that is in the financial business? I think you were going to get with him and maybe make some discussions. It put small pig farmers out of business. So you're saying that tax actually put them out of business. Okay, John, we'll be all probably headed over to check out your premiere. So we'll see you then. Okay, so it wasn't Fish Hunt Trap Repeat, so it must be Hunt Ready. Nope, not him either. Okay. Somebody else I saw. 23KC in the house. It's a good idea. The antis have substantial funds for anti-trap and anti-furs ads and campaigns. Exactly. And I think that's what his point is, what we're doing is not a bad thing as far as the local and the state, supporting those. However, it's desperate times and it's going to take desperate measures. And if we continue to do what we do, it's like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So it's kind of insane to think that if we just keep promoting our local and, affiliations, it's not helping us promote our furs.
I think promotion is one thing. That's only going to get you so far.
Billingsley, how you doing?
I think people need to find a new way to utilize furs. Like, how most Velt cowboy hats are made out of beaver. I think there needs to be more ways to utilize fur like that people could come up with, because then that would bring more of a value to it, rather than, because like I said, right now we're just dependent on other countries buying all our fur. Right. And if they decide not to buy it, then none of us small trappers sell anything because our buyers won't buy it.
Right.
So I think until there's a use for it again, promoting it's really not going to get you too far. The promotion is not going to bring the value back. If the value is what you're trying to get, I don't know. That's just my big thoughts of it. I think there needs to be ways to utilize fur that people need to come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Make a living in the fur. Yeah.
Yeah, that is, Mark. Wildlife Confidence teaches correct legal ethics. If people would just read the laws, absolutely. If we want to actually do something to help prices, we need to stop flooding the market, keep your furs for a year or more, stop feeding the beast. Believe me, guys, I just wanted to bring it up. I thought it was a good idea. I don't know how far it would go, but I'd like to get it out there so everybody can at least, get his idea. And did not win with ads. Anti won by changing the next generation through school system, big cities promoting youth and trapping to win. That's what I do believe. Possum bikinis. I think that is it. I think they're trying to change the mindset of our youth, and so.
Seeing what Scab just commented right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that being a big problem this last year. I what Missouri did this year, I was not very happy with what they did and how they used their uh, spot. I think they played politician big time this year,
Mm-hmm.
and I was not very happy with the Missouri Association this year. And it's honestly got me rethinking about even keeping my membership through them.
Right.
Me myself, I would rather promote like small trapping events and stuff like that directly
Mm-hmm.
because then I know what my money or whatever it is actually going to.
Right. I got you. Yep.
Or
So
like,
we have reached the 10 o'clock hour. We still have 28 people in here. Really appreciate everybody coming in. I hope everybody has hooked up with Blakely's Trapping Supply. Guys, get over there, check his website out. Check out his he's got some great lures. I showed a couple of them here, and I tell you what, it's the anise. Everybody likes the licorice. I can smell it for sure. Get over there, check out your trapping supplies. Definitely support Blakely's Trapping. I appreciate you for giving those dozen traps
oh yeah, no problem.
these kids. I really appreciate that. I'll give you a minute real quick if you want to say anything that I missed that you might want to get out there. Wild Arrow Outdoors in the house. We're just about ready to get out of here. There's Nicholas Green Outdoors. We're all going to head over and watch the premiere with Small Water Charters. But go ahead, Blakely. I'll give you the last few minutes.
So I do better with like, I mean, if anybody has any questions for me, because I never really know what people are wanting to know or what information they're needing.
Okay.
So I usually ask people like, just what questions do you have for me? Because I've never been real big on talking about myself. I've always been more, well, just the way that I am, I'm more about promoting other people and trying to help other people. So I've never, it's something that I'm still trying to get better at, about talking about myself instead of other people. Because, like, I would rather spend 5 minutes talking about other people than I would myself.
Right.
That's just the way that I am. But
so there you go, guys. Get over to Blakely's Trapping Supply. Get over to his channel. You guys got any questions that weren't answered here? Or you got any questions for Jamie? I do know he's on. I believe you're on Instagram and Facebook. I know I've messaged you and you reply fairly quickly. So you guys got any direct questions?
I will say. I have also created my own platform. If anybody is wanting to get on that, I know a few people have.
Okay, Sportsman's Connection, guys.
Yeah, Sportsman's Connection.
I actually I had that written down and never went over it. Sorry about that.
You're good. And say we got about 100 members so far.
Okay, there you guys go. Sportsman's Connection. Check that out as well. It's a new platform that Blakely has started. There's his website down there, guys. Nicholas, glad to see you come in. We're just shutting down. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully we can hook up, and maybe do some crappie fishing this spring or early summer.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, there's 27 still in here. There's Iowa Trapper. You come in right as I'm shutting down, but thanks for coming in. He says, "Hey, you too."
Iowa's late as usual.
Yep. Yeah. So, you'll have to check. You'll have to check it out. I actually mentioned about you using the cherry scent for your trapping for the muskrat earlier. Stillwater's coming in right at the end too. Guys, I got to shut her down. Appreciate it here. Get over there. Get that premiere with Small Water Charters. I guess they caught a handful of crappie. So again, on behalf of Blakely's Trapping Supply, please guys get over there, check his channel out. Appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in. Have your guys a blessed week, and we'll see you next Sunday, Deer Slayer. And as always, guys, get out there and share your passion. Have a good night.
You too.